There was a time before cars paved roads, planes, and railways, when all we had was horse and buggy. It was a way to get from point A to point B. It was arduous, tedious, and well, it was a pain in the ass. Along came rail and it changed everything. Traveling by rail was faster, entertaining, and glamorous. There was a sense of romance riding on the rail. Presidents, movie stars, and foreign dignitaries. It was the way of the future. And you could definitely enjoy a good libation and a good cigar. Welcome, Cigar Nation. I'm Lee.
I'm Diane.
On this episode, we're going to talk about trains and cigars. We actually visited the Paris Railroad Museum a little while back, and it's like what we covered on this, at least try to tie it together, was back during the time when you could smoke on trains, because they banned smoking on trains in 1988. The place that we visited was pretty cool. Mm-hmm. It had a lot of old train cars and things like that, and we walked out on this one train car, and it was a passenger car, and it had, when we walked down, we're
not small people,
to say the least. And we walked down through the corridor of it, and I had to kind of like shift, and turn this way to get down there.
They're probably not narrower than the...
It's actually, I did look it up. It's actually 10 feet 7 inches is the regulation width of a car. So,
but the corridor's not 10 feet.
Yeah, it was really confining. So I felt a little claustrophobic in there. So, but when we walk down there, you go down. It goes. You can see the straight shot all the way down, kind of like a shotgun house. And you look down, and you can see the doors were open. You could see where people would sit. They had a door that would close.
They used the space really well, because above the seat where they sit, there's a bed. It's like a Murphy bed. It tucks up right under there, and then it lays down on top of the seat. The seat back goes forward, and it's a very small bed. But
it was pretty small.
Yeah, but they just pull it down and they go to sleep, and you can just put it right back up. It goes right up into the wall.
I can tell you right now, I would not be able to do that.
It was a single person kind of area. If you're going a small distance and didn't need to sleep, it would be okay.
I couldn't do it. I can tell you right now.
Well, back in the day, what are your choices?
They probably didn't know any better. So I enjoyed it. It was really cool. And then when we walked back out, they also had a model railroad. It's like a whole town that was a model town, and they had a railroad that would go through.
It was also inside a railroad car.
Also inside a railroad car. That was really cool.
Yeah.
And they had
a circus and a little farm.
A farm. There was a sawmill.
It was cute.
Yeah, it was really neat.
The trains going in and out.
Yeah, and she got to run the train. She pushed the buttons and run things around too. I'm always pushing her buttons, so this time she got to push the button, so that worked out well. And then when we went outside of the rail car that we toured, the passenger car, we walked back inside. The lady that worked there, she started telling, she's like, oh yeah, she's like, we had a paranormal
investigator
specialist go in there, and he feels the strong presence of somebody, and I was like,
now you tell us.
Well, and I started thinking, I'm really glad she didn't tell me that beforehand, because I'm a scaredy cat when it comes to stuff like that.
That's funny. I was hoping to find it like on a picture with you.
Yeah, no. But she said that she thinks it's the gentleman that ran that car. He was a conductor for like 43 years, and it was out of Bradenton, Florida. So there's a story behind it, and if you're ever in the area, check out the Paris Railroad Museum.
It's neat.
There was a lot to offer.
They also have an actual train that you can ride on.
They were already out, so we didn't get to take that.
So it's like a 13 miles an hour and 20-minute ride.
Yeah.
It's really cool. So you can do that.
Yeah, if you're in the trains, you got little ones that enjoy that kind of stuff. I had a train set when I was a kid. I mean, it was great. Yeah, and they banned smoking.
They have ashtrays in the.
Oh yeah.
Like in the cars, you'd have the ashtrays. You could see it in like the little armrest. They have a little ashtray in there.
Yeah, and they banned smoking on all trains in 1988. So, and I did some research, and I found that there's some places that are kind of keeping that golden age alive. There was there's a place called Colebrookdale Railroad. They do excursions. They have something called the Cigar Express, where you can get a box lunch, a beer, and a cigar, and it's in Pennsylvania now. It's not near us, so But I thought that was kind of neat. They're kind of like
keeping it alive,
reminiscing, you know, during that time period. And also I found some other research too that there's a place in Texas called Big Spring, Texas, where they have a place called the Cigar Train. It's a cigar car that they've converted into a bar, and you can go on Facebook and try to find it. It's called the Cigar Train, and it's in Big Spring, Texas. It's really neat, and they have outdoor seating and stuff like that. I thought, oh, that's really cool. So
we'll win the lotto, we can do that.
Yeah, we'll put it out back.
We'll put it out back. You can come see us.
Call us Boxcar Willie. I have some trivia too for you if you want to hear some trivia.
Yes, go right ahead. Do I get to guess an answer?
No, it's just trivia, in general.
Just
I'm just
knowledge.
Yeah, just knowledge.
Okay.
So I looked this up and I wanted to find out what was the most famous movies that had to do with trains.
Oh.
And the movies weren't entirely filmed on a train, but they still filmed the category. So number one was Strangers on a Train. That was filmed in 1951. That was an Alfred Hitchcock movie.
I like Hitchcock.
Murder on the Orient Express, 1974, and most recently 2018 version, and that was with Johnny Depp.
We didn't see that.
We watched part of it. We didn't finish watching it.
Oh, I don't even remember watching it.
It was really good.
We'll have to watch it again.
We really liked it. It was so good. She doesn't remember it. And then, of course, one of my favorites is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Oh, that's a good one.
With Steve Martin and John Candy. That was in 1987. And then another one in 1987 was Throw Mama from the Train. Mm-hmm. Billy Crystal, Danny DeVito. And then another one a little later, The Fugitive with Harrison Ford. That was 1993.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah. And this is my absolute favorite movie, because it's based on a true story. Unstoppable. 2010, it came out. Denzel Washington and Chris Pine.
That was a good movie.
That was a really good movie. Yeah. So there's my trivia.
Oh, very good.
I did good. I did some research this time.
I know.
Got notes and everything.
Awesome.
I'm looking all official. So you had a cigar that you reviewed.
I did.
And you paired it. So why don't you tell the lovely folks all about it?
Sure. I had a Rocky Patel vintage 1990. Rocky Patel, great cigar maker all the way around. This is a medium bodied. It has a very smooth, earthy taste with notes of cedar, some espresso. It was really nice.
I had this one as well, and actually I did notice some of those same notes too.
Yeah, they were really good.
It was pretty good.
This has a blend of Dominican and Nicaraguan Ligero. It also has a
What was that last one?
Ligero.
Ligero, okay.
Has a natural Honduran broadleaf wrapper. It's Maduro. This is aged for 12 years, the wrapper.
Oh.
The fillers are actually aged for 5 years. Long fillers, of course. So it's medium bodied, really good. It's a really good cigar. I enjoyed it very much.
What was the price point on that? Do you remember?
No, I don't.
Oh, sorry. Put her on the spot.
I don't know.
Make one up.
If I had to guess off the top of my head, I would say it's between $7 and $9.
All right. Well,
this is a really big one. So this would be a little bit more.
Oh, she's talking about the cigar.
The cigar.
Of course. Sorry.
You're priceless.
Or ageless, depending on how you look at it. No, the reason I asked was because you said how long they aged it, so I thought, this has got to be an expensive cigar.
Not always. Not always.
All right, well.
But it's a really, really good.
Like bourbon or wine, you know how the longer it's aged, the more expensive it is.
Well, that depends on technology these days, because they can age things in a better manner or make it seem aged without aging it for 20 years. You should have noted that when we went through the distillery.
I had to wrap my head around that one.
The distillery tour.
Did they cover that?
Yes, they did.
I'm filming. I got a lot I'm doing.
So technology, that's okay.
I'm sorry, continue.
That's right. Technology can help assist aging without actually going through the timeline of, years. Anyways.
Okay.
I paired this with some Maker's Mark.
Which I tried too.
Yeah, I mixed it with Canada Dry Ginger Ale that has orangeade in it. I thought it would bring out the citrus notes of the Maker's Mark.
I already know what the guys are going to say to me. You need to drink that bourbon straight.
Well,
take the hair off of beaver's nuts.
I did. Okay, so I did.
The beavers have hair on their nuts?
No, I would assume if it's a guy and they have nuts, then there's probably hair there.
This is going in the wrong direction. Go back to the bourbon. I'm sorry.
We did actually try it on its own at first, and there's a reason.
Swirled it around.
Yeah, let it breathe.
And I did the whole 9 yards, but
it's still just
don't judge.
It tastes better with something else. So we put.
We're trying.
We are trying.
There's some serious bourbon drinkers out there. We're still trying, and we're still going to try other bourbon.
Yes.
And we're still going to sit there and just kind of sip it and let it sit. But we did that for a little bit with the Maker's Mark, and the Maker's Mark. I really like the bottle and the way it looks.
Yes.
Oh, did I take over your segment?
You did.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, continue. I'm so
Anyways.
sorry. I'll just keep drinking. Continue.
So the Maker's Mark with the ginger ale with orangeade brought out the citrus notes of the Maker's Mark. It was really good. Maker's Mark, by the way, is a bourbon that's made with soft red wheat. Wait. Soft red winter wheat.
Oh, she's having another Elmer Fudd moment.
I am. Soft red
wheat.
Soft red winter wheat.
Winter.
Instead of rye.
Ooh, that's a tongue full.
I know. Instead of rye.
Okay.
So it's a different. They process it differently with a different grain. So that's why it tastes a little bit different. But the ginger ale orangeade really kind of brought out the flavors too.
I liked it. I thought it was good.
It was good. It was really good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it much better with the Canada Dry in it. With the orangeade.
We're still gonna try other bourbons and things like that by itself. We're trying to slowly work ourselves into that.
It's that acquired taste.
So
for some of us.
Well, can I smell that?
Yeah, go right ahead. Okay. Don't say it smells like cow manure. They don't all smell like cow manure.
Smell like cow manure. It's a good cigar. That's why.
It's a great cigar.
They don't all smell like cow manure, but said earlier in another episode, I've learned. And if you like the content that we have, if you're on YouTube watching this, please subscribe. I think I'm pointing at it right here.
Or maybe here?
No, I think it's here.
Okay.
I think I did.
You're probably correct.
I did my research.
Okay.
I have the picture in my head, so right here. Click there. Please subscribe.
Yes.
Click the like button. Click that little bell so you get notifications.
Follow us.
If you're on Facebook, please follow us. Click the follow button. Any new episodes that come out, hit the like button.
And any suggestions you may have, any places you may want us to take a field trip to.
Yeah.
That's local.
Well,
we'll let you know if we go traveling
branch out a little
further.
more as time goes on.
Yeah.
But right now we want to promote the local stuff around us because it's important. I think it's really important. I think that's about it. I think we covered everything.
I think we did.
So you want to lead us out?
I will. Smoke 'em if you got 'em.